Yes, yes, I'm on my way there now. Yep. Yes, I'll get the makeup and hair done as soon as I can. Okay, I'm taking the headset off now. If you need anything, somebody to come talk to me then, okay? Okay, goodbye. Bye. Hi. It's so nice to have you on our game show. Let me get this giant headset off. It's literally choking me. Set that down. So you are our first contestant, right? Okay. So it looks like we have the 3 people as your dating options ready to go. Their makeup and hair is being done by somebody else. Not me, of course. So they're on the other side of this wall and curtain. I have you already sitting in the chair. Are you comfortable? Okay, and then no need to run to the bathroom or do an outfit change right now? Okay, because we're on a little bit of a time crunch. I don't want to make you nervous or make you feel rushed or so. I'm just going to use these as a headband or so. Try to get this a little bit out of my face here. Okay. So, you wore pink. Thank you so much for doing that. So we're going to go with like a delicate pink look to kind of match what you're wearing. And of course, because we have you in front of the red curtain, we didn't want you blending in too much with it. How comfortable are you with pink? Do you mind if it's everywhere, or do you want it to look more natural? I know it's a dating show, so you probably want to look the best possible, but we have crazy options. Like we could do pink eyeliner even. I could do a combination of white and pink, like do a white line and then a pink line above it, so it's not too dramatic, but I think with your eye color, the pink would be fine. It's really up to you how you want to look, unless you want to give me free rein. Okay. Alright, we'll do that then. So I'm just going to clip your hair back. And let me get this one ready to go here. Sometimes the springs on these are a little too tight. Okay, that should be good to keep your hair out of the way. And when you filled out the waiver, you did pick like a curly hairstyle, so we have the curler over here. Sorry about my voice. I am recovering from a sore throat. It could have been laryngitis. I don't know exactly what it was. But my voice might be a little cracky here and there. I will do my best so it doesn't do that. Alright, we've got that as an option. I think we're just going to start with the base and then work our way from there. I just want to get this palette out so we can actually see what we're working with. Oh, okay, so this is a little goofy. This is the Shrek palette. But look at the beautiful pinks we have in here. Oh, we are definitely going to use this one. The box away. For the base, sorry, I've got a lot of stuff all over. I might be moving around a little bit. For the base, I need our foundations. And because we're going to be under some pretty bright lighting, I am going to do a green primer on you. It's going to cancel out the the weird tones that just happen to land on people from the lights. There we go. I'll look the part. Okay, I'm going to dot this around. Perfect. It's not an excessive amount either, just enough. Just enough to get it on there, and it'll help, like I said, cancel some of the colors out that like to come through. The lighting in here is kind of weird because it's probably doing something to me right now, but hopefully that's okay. It's not too distracting. I know sometimes lighting gives me anxiety, so I hope you're okay. So I did a nice even layer of that. We have this. It's a matte liquid. It's in the color porcelain. This might not be your exact shade. Let me see. Or we have warm coconut, which is this shade. We could do a combination of the both of them if we had to. I think we may do that. So we'll start with this one and then we'll go over the top with the other one. Hit the main spots here with this. Work that around. Is this your first time doing a show like this? Yeah, it's usually, anytime I ask that question, it's usually the first time for somebody. You know, being on a, I guess this is kind of like a game show. You're really just speed dating people for everyone to watch, huh? Yeah. I assume most of the time people know what they're getting into when they sign up for this, but I've had some cases where family members were so desperate for their loved one to be dating somebody, so they put them on the show without them knowing. Like they put their name in for it, and then they get picked, and the family's like, "Oh hey, by the way, you're going on a game show." And that sometimes works out in the family's favor, and other times it does not. I'm just gonna mix this real quick a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna apply some of this in the same spots we did the other one. Okay. And then I'm gonna use the same end of this to do this again. Okay. Yeah, that was a good call. That matches way better than one or the other. Just enough of each. Good. Alright. And look up. I'm just gonna make sure we get right under your eyes with that too. Better. Okay. Put these away. And then I'm going to do a little bit of this powder over the top. Kind of lock everything in, solidify it. Okay, take this brush and I'm just going to dust it over. You can close your eyes if you want to. Okay, yeah, it's just kind of a quick dusting. Okay, and then go ahead and look up and I'll bring this down the neck a little. Okay, it's looking good. Okay, this is the blush that I usually use. I am going to look at the other options that are in there, so if you want to like look at that, see if you like it at all, it's right there. I know we have a couple. This is more of a purple, pinky purple. Glasses are sliding around on my head. Alright. They all have pink tones to them. This one is similar to the one I handed you, but just a little bit warmer. And then this one is more of a toasted rose gold, I would say. We don't want you to be like whole face bright pink, but I don't think that one is going to work with the look. So I'd say our options are these three. Right here. You can see how similar those two are. And then you can see how this leans more towards a purple. Okay, the paler one. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. It's not going to be too bright, but it'll give you a little bit of that warmth in the cheeks. Okay. And then I've got this brush here. We'll do a little bit of that on there. Okay. And just going on the apples of your cheeks and up, and then get on the apples of your cheeks and up, cheeks and up. Good. Do you like to put it on your nose at all? A little bit of the blush on the nose. I like to do it for fun, and I think under the lighting, just the excess on the brush, not like sometimes people do like cute fairies or whimsical creatures that have like the bright noses, and they're cute. And definitely if that was like your thing, we would do that for you. But we don't have to do that. Now, we just have a makeup bag that all this stuff gets thrown into, and not like a nice tray display to kind of organize it all. So that's why I've got to dig so much for this stuff. But now this is a contour stick, but it can be used as a highlighter too. Just a little bit of drawing it there and then patting it out, blending it. Or we've got this one, which is a little bit more subdued. Okay, yeah, with the lighting, it's all about the lighting, isn't it? It really is. We don't want that to be blinding. Okay. Are you excited for your dating options? Yes, they all look like wonderful people. I did get a chance to talk to each of them a little bit, and they seem decent, which is what we all hope for, right? Yep. I can't give you names or details right now. That would give too much away. So, gotta keep you completely oblivious. You are able to see there's two other contestants after you doing the same thing, so you are able to kind of mingle with the people that they have as options. And we do not have contracts to the point where it's like if you aren't actually into the person that you picked at the end of the show, but you did meet somebody from the other groups that you'd like to get to know, it works out. It works out. Though you do win the date with the person, so it's kind of like, I don't know. Majority of the time, people still go on the date with the person that they won it with. But yeah, you're not like to contract with having to not speak to anybody else who was here. Because I know that has happened sometimes where you actually have more of a connection with somebody else's options. As long as they're not seeing them too, you know? Otherwise, if a brawl started back here, I think the terms would change, but... Alright, so we've done all of that. I think we can move on to your eyes now. And yeah, we'll use the pinks from that Shrek palette. I'm actually wondering if you would like to use this like very pale purple as the eyeliner. Because when we do the eyeshadow, if it's going to be close to this pink at all, we would want something that stands out differently. And I think that this isn't too, like, we're not going to be upset if you wore purple or some other kind of, you know, fun color for this Valentine's Day show. We just like to plan ahead, so we asked you to wear like pink. You could have worn a pale purple as well, just so you're not blending in with the curtains like I mentioned. But that's not a make or break thing, so if you're open to that purple, we can crack that one open and see. I think that's also a purple. It's like a dark purple, but I'm thinking this light one would be really nice. So let's get this bad boy open and come up with our plan here. So they're mostly all over here. This one's kind of, well, no, now that I see it, there's like pink tones in person, but it looks a little bit more tan. These over here, and you can do glittery, up to you, unless you want to stick with this matte look because of the highlight and everything else. We do need a base for your lid though. And thinking probably one of these two for the base. Not something too dark that'll mess with the color of the actual shadow. But we'll do... Okay. Alright, yeah, I like that. We'll do a little bit of that in the corner at least. Okay. So we'll do those then. Let me get this all set up here. Brushes. Okay, so I've got my brush and I'm just gonna pick up some of this base color. Apply that to your lids. Just like that. Just enough. This one. Okay. Perfect. Now I'm going to use the same brush and do the pink you liked. Just put that over that. Okay. And same thing here. gravity. I don't want to be putting my hand all over your face. I'm doing it from above. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of make sure that's good. Blend it nicely. And I'll switch to the other brush for this. Okay. So you said just the inner corner, right? Alrighty here. Just put a little bit of it there. Do a little bit of blend in that. Okay. And then a little bit of it there. Okay. So do you want to do traditional black or do you want to do the purple? Okay, we'll do that then. I'll break that out. And yeah, it's unopened. It's brand new. Get this going here. Sorry, sometimes these are really finicky. I think this is gonna look so cute. Okay, go ahead and relax your eyes there. I'm just gonna follow along here. Lash line. And do you want a wing at all? I like to ask. I don't like to just assume. Okay, so we won't do that this time. Okay. I'll just make sure it's a nice clear line. Okay, we'll do the other eye now. Okay. Looks good. I'm just fix this inner corner here. And then that one. Alright, and do you want any on the bottom? Okay, no, yeah, I think that's a good call. It's so cute. It's the perfect little touch. I've got quite a few options here for lips. There's this Vivid Matte Liquid Lip. There's some lip glosses I can go through. It's like a bubblegum pink. And I have sticks. I also have a red one, but I don't think that'd be too much here. Okay. Then I have these. There's this one. This pink. That would be nice with what we did with your eyes there. There's this shimmery one that's more of a nudie pink. And then there's this one that I like to call the Barbie pink. That's kind of bam in your face. Might be too strong for everything else we did here. And then, yeah, there's this softer pink. Sorry, my stomach's making noises. So these two are kind of similar. This one's just slightly warmer, this one's slightly cooler. Okay, this one then. And I do have a clear gloss we could put over the top of that if you'd like. Because I know the cold air is quite drying, so if you need a little something to keep your lips moisturized there. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply this. You can take this home with you. These are all new ones that we have here that we use on everyone. So they're up for the grabs if you like them and are using them. Okay. Go ahead and smack your lips together. Okay, let's do that again a little bit. There and there. Okay, go ahead and do that again. Good, perfect. That one is yours. Put the rest of them away. I think we're almost done with makeup here. And then we'll do your hair real quick. So clear gloss over the top. And I think it smells like cherries. It's got a fun, like, candy kind of scent to it. Okay, just gonna apply a little bit of that on your lips. And go ahead and smack them together. See how that feels if you think you need more. There's also a mirror. I've got a little one. I know there's the big one kind of off to the side. It's kind of hard to see it. Here. So there's that if you want to look. Put it right there. Okay, a little bit. I'm just gonna dab it on your bottom lip. And then go ahead and try that. Better. Okay. And same thing with that. You can have that. And I think that is everything. I can just brush them out. I'll use this little spoolie here and just kind of brush them out. Good. Yeah, you have lovely brows actually. Really nice. And then the last little extra thing I like to ask, do you want some glitter? Okay, we can put this on. Do you want it kind of by your cheekbone there? Okay, we'll do this after we do your hair. Don't let me forget. If I forget, it's okay. But I tend to forget. So please remind me if you remember as well. I'm going to plug in the curling iron and then we'll go over the accessories for the hair, okay? Alright. Okay, while I was kind of cleaning some of that stuff up, I realized we didn't do your mascara. So we're gonna do that. See, I forget things. It's okay though, as long as we catch it before you go on. And I'm sure you noticed that as well, huh? It is totally fine to call me on something if I forgot it. Okay, so let's see, go ahead and blink, 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 blink. And blink, blink, blink. Look straight ahead. Just gonna shimmy some of that through there. And same with the other one. Shimmy some of that through there. Okay. And then do you like your bottom lashes done as well, or do you just want your top ones done? Okay, just a little bit on the bottom. Look up. Just gonna gently go Okay, and one last good blink. And blink. Good. And we'll take out the clips. Just to get this one. And this one over here. Gonna brush through your hair a little bit. That should be good. So the accessories we have today that would be cute are these. We've got a headband. It's got a little tied bow on the top, and then this is a bow that we have a giant clip on, so we can just pull half of it back. We can do a ponytail and clip this above it. Be really cute. But I think for something like this, and because we're curling it, you probably want at least some in the front. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're not too funky with the patterns here, so the plaid could work. And then this is just like a classic bow, can really go with quite a few things. So you're liking the idea of the headband? Okay. We'll try that. Let's get your hair curled and we'll figure it out. This is all warmed up. We just clip back some of the cord because it likes to bang on stuff. Okay. So we have the big barrel today. It's, you know, not outrageously hot yet. Oh, let me get the heat protectant. I've got to go down here for a second, so just bear with me. Let's see, we're going to use the L'Oreal Sleek It today. It's totally fine to use for curling your hair as well. It's just a heat protectant. So I'm just going to spray a little bit of this all over. Good boy. Okay. That should be good. Let me work it through with the brush. Hi, yeah. Yeah, we're moving along here. Just gotta curl the hair and then put the accessory in. Okay, cool. Yeah, we should be ready to go in 15 to 17 minutes. Okay, alright. Alright, yeah. I don't think they realize that the longer they talk to me, the longer it takes for me to finish this. So, let's see. I'm just gonna grab your front piece here and wind it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I count kind of fast, so I do it for 15 seconds. That's not really the seconds, but you know what I mean. I count to 15 at my own pace. Alright, gonna put that on here. Wind it up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, piece here and do the same thing. Curl it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I'm going to go around a little bit. Grab some of your hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, now this side. Okay, start with the front piece. And we're gonna go. I always get confused with the direction it needs to go in the front. Roll it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. I'm not going to touch them too much after I curl them, just let them set. I'm going to get the piece that comes up to the front here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Good. Just doing it this way. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And around the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And the back. If you could turn your head just a little bit, yeah, because the table I have here is kind of in the way. Thank you. And put the hair around it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. Okay, doesn't look like I missed anything. That's great. Put this back down. And I'm going to rake through it with my hands to try to break some of it up. And yeah, I'm going to do that because I think the brush will kind of destroy everything or make it a little too more like waves instead of curls. Yeah, so it should have been enough time for it to sit. I'm just going to go like this and kind of pull everything out just a tad. Okay, that gives a nice sweetheart look there. And I'll go ahead and put the headband in. Do you want, well, my hair's not the greatest example with a pair of sunglasses in, but do you want a little bit of hair left in the front as like a bang with the curl? Do you want a little bit left in the front tucked behind the headband? Do you just want it all pulled back? Okay, like 2 decent sized curls in the front. Alright. Go ahead and put that on you there. Sorry if I'm bumping you. Is that on alright? Does it feel okay behind your ears? Perfect. Okay. So I'm just gonna make sure we've got a nice piece pulled out in the front here. Kind of spin it around my finger to make sure that it keeps its shape. And then, yeah, we got a little loop happening here, so I'm just gonna grab that. Do the same thing, wrap it around my finger, kind of straighten those out. Do you want hairspray in it? Because I know some people do not like the feeling of hairspray. I have a light one, but it is quite potent in smell. Yeah, and you already smell nice from whatever perfume you put on, so I really don't want to make you smell whatever that hairspray smell is. Like, it's got a specific sting in the back of your nose that it creates. So let's just lay those down. Does your hair hold curl pretty well? Alright, then we should be good. We should be good with that. If I see them falling, like during a commercial break or something, I can come back out with the curler and kind of touch it up and we'll fix it. Let's do that little bit of glitter you wanted. And this one does have little hearts in it, so it's perfect. It's just slightly tinged pink, so let me show you. Oh, it's so cute. Just kind of flatten it out a little bit so you can see it better. See the little hearts in it? It's so cute. Okay, so kind of like where I have my little heart here, do you want it patted along there? Okay. And then, let's see, there should be enough on there. I'm just going to do the same thing this way. Alright, cute. Just wipe the excess on my washcloth here. Alright, I think you look adorable, and I hope you have a good time out on the stage. They should have gone over the questions with you, so you should have your answers prepared. They aren't supposed to have theirs prepared. It's supposed to be kind of like off the cuff to get a genuine answer. So as long as you feel prepared, we will be getting you on stage. It looks like we'll be starting in like 5 minutes because of our time slot on TV. So yeah, so just go ahead and relax. If you need to use the restroom, we do have plenty of time. Just make sure you're back within the 5 minutes. And if you need a sip of water or a snack, please have that. And then somebody can check your teeth, or you can check your teeth just to make sure there's nothing in them if you do choose to eat something. I believe that's everything. Yeah, we look good to go. Otherwise, sit tight and the host will come out, kind of take over and begin the show, ask you a couple questions, probably get to know you so the audience is familiar, and then get the show on the road. Okay? Alright, well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope you have a good time and hopefully find a date.